Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome back again, wonderful people. Folks, we are back again on Blueclouds Media. As usual, my name is Nate Zion, host for Blueclouds Media Sports Show as usual. And there's a lot going on here. Emile Rowe, as Arsenal player, there is some kind of a swap deal here with Mahalo Modric. I don't think that can ever happen. The valuation of those two players is incomparable. But we will look into it as we are here streaming live. Today's Tuesday, the 28th of month. The month is almost close to an end. So we'll be looking into these deals going on. And then so the update of Chelsea Football Club. And also I'm being joined here by no one else by Almighty Steven is here with me. Steven, what's up and how you doing, sir?
Yeah, good to be back. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Where do we start from? Steven? Where do we start from? All right.
Given you mentioned the Smith Rowe thing, do you want to just quickly get that out of the way as we've just seen the news come out that we've had an offer rejected?
Sure, why not? We can start from Emile Rowe.
That came out in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm missing something. I'm missing the file over here, and I don't know. I'm a bit. I was like, because I have all these files open on my screen, then I can find them. It's missing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stephen. Whilst you're getting into it, I will look for the file, but I'll get a file back. So big up to everyone that has been here watching us live, wherever you're watching us from. Big up to my big friend Guna. I hope you're doing very well. Musto has been live on the show even way before I went live. Musto said breaking news. Emile Rowe swap deal with Mahalo Modric. Discusses Guna. All right, we'll get into that one. We'll get into it. Big up, guys, from most of my big brother. I hope you're doing very well, and the family is doing sweet as well. Modric to Arsenal on loan, and Smith Rowe to Chelsea swap deal. Thoughts, guys. We will get into that conversation very soon. And also, hello, my brother Nate Zion. I hope you and your family are well. Welcome also to everyone in the chat. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment. So what's Gunnar saying? He says breaking from Sammy Mokbell.
He works
8
for
1
Daily
GM.
Mail.
Arsenal,
he's reliable.
He's very reliable. Arsenal have knocked back Chelsea initial approach to sign Emile Rowe. Arsenal are not keen on selling to rival at the moment. Steven also shared that with us. So yeah, thank you very much, Gunnar. We will talk about it. Also, Gunnar said, "Big up, my brother, looking fresh as always." Thank you. Thank you very much, Gunnar. Haven't seen you before, but I know you're a fresh guy too. Monster said ESR versus Modric, Emile Rowe versus Modric. I think the guy has shut the whole windows up. Sammy Milkbell has closed everything up. Big up to you, DJ Sav. I hope you're doing very well, my brother. Big up Nia Seda and Steven. I have not seen any likes or head of Modric being any links or head of Modric being a swap deal. Arsenal have just rejected our offer outright as they do not want to sell to rival football club. This is intriguing.
Yeah, someone had mentioned something about a swap deal. I can't remember who. I think someone put it in one of the servers that I'm in Discord from not a reliable source. But yeah, that won't happen because apparently we didn't take somebody else. I can't remember who they mentioned. But there was another player who we were offered or something that we didn't buy or loan this summer because we wanted to keep Mudryk because of how highly we rate him. So I don't see him being involved in any kind of deal.
I agree with you. I mean, why would Chelsea spend that much money on Modric if they know the guy has potentials and they are grooming him for apparently, in terms of the future, but not now. In terms of the future, and trying to integrate him to the team over time. That is why he starts from the bench, gets 15, 20 minutes here and there. And I understand, why would Modric go to Arsenal if Chelsea fought? It was a battle between Arsenal and Chelsea to get the signature of Mahalo Modric. Why would Chelsea loan him to Arsenal and get Emile Smith Rowe? That don't make sense, Mosto. That don't make sense. I know you didn't make it up, probably read it from somewhere, but if you look into that, it doesn't make sense. Steven, doesn't really make sense for a swap deal or even going on loan to Arsenal.
No, it doesn't make sense. As I said, like Chelsea rate Mudryk quite highly. So to swap him for Smith Rowe wouldn't make sense. Also, on top of that, let's not forget that we bought Moreira in the summer, who's going to be used predominantly in our academy team by the looks of it, at least for the first 6 months. So with Mudryk injured, right, we had to put Moreira on the bench the other day. That's how very few wingers we have. Because Nkunku can play as a 10 or on a wing. He's unavailable. Mudryk was unavailable. I think Poch described Mudryk today as day-to-day in terms of when he'll be back. But basically the point being that we don't have many wingers as it is. So even if that was an option, why would we go out of our way and go, you know what, let's swap one of our wide players for another wide player and then still have the same number of wide players and having to use Moreira on the bench to make up those numbers, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're having to use Moreira, who's going to predominantly be used as academy, to make up the numbers because of injuries. So it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I think even you could tell from here, Gunnar, I'm not so sure who this person is at AFC Amden, Steven, but it's not that reliable. Yeah, it's not that reliable.
Okay.
So
yeah, I couldn't remember where it had been from. Somebody just sent it in a server I'm in Discord. So yeah.
So
but
DJ Sap said besides I rather Modric.
We wanted someone else.
Yeah. DJ Sap said beside I rather Modric over Emile Smith Rowe. Yes, Modric has much more talent than Emile Smith Rowe. You know, he's a little bit more raw.
Smith Rowe has had quite a few big injuries as well.
Yeah. Gunnar said swapping Modric. Okay. Swapping Modric with ESR makes no sense. Completely different players, which is completely different players. That makes a lot of sense. Also, big up to you, the Blue Club Show. 100% Chelsea FC, my brother. I hope you are doing absolutely perfect and doing good back in Senegal, and the whole Senegalese are also doing good. All is well, brother. All is well. So yes, we are back up here again. I must have said Conor Gallagher. Bayern made an inquiry about him. It's kind of sometimes very difficult to read when they're all in cap locks. All right, are you guys sorry?
It's from what's his name? It's from your mate Alex Crook.
Oh, Alex Crook.
That's who reported it.
Alex Crook from
I don't
Talksport.
think Gallagher's got to leave.
Yeah, Alex Crook is the chief transfer reporter for Talksport. Don't rule out Felix to Chelsea. According to Ben Jacob, he would be up for coming back to us. I know the club stands his stance as not changed on Philip. Okay. The club's stance has not changed on Felix. However, you never say never. So yeah, things can change as time goes on. Things can change, but I don't know if the club impose Felix, who Mauricio Pochettino have made statement that he doesn't want to use. He's not interested in João Felix, and the club impose a player on him. How does that go? Would the coach be able to use that player if he's not happy or interested in what Felix produced on the pitch? Steven, can there be a change of mind? As DJ Sab said, never say never.
They ain't got to force a player on Poch. If we're being completely honest,
Right.
I don't see anything changing there either. I think it's definitely not gonna be him if we were to sign somebody. I was just quickly checking what Gina said. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, what was we saying again? Sorry,
Steven?
I forgot what we were saying now. Guna's message out of the corner of
Oh,
my eye, completely made me
yeah,
forget what I was
good.
on about.
Yeah, Gunnar, he's just making fun of me. Said I've seen your shameless tweet on Twitter, bro. You used to banter me for trusting Arteta. It's all about the Pochettino's press conference and what he said about we have to win, we have to trust in the process and all that. So I tweeted it, and then Gunnar said, "I've seen a shameless tweet." Yeah, we all on about. You remember Arteta? We all say trust the process, trust the process. When things were going bad, we said, "What is the process and where is the process to trust into it?"
But that's the difference, right? Is that when Arsenal were losing, and all you would hear is trust the process. They were losing, and that's why they got bantered. They were not having good results. They're in bad run of form, and that's why people used the whole trust the process thing against them, because their form was poor. And how many times did Arteta nearly get sacked? And then all of a sudden, it turns around out of nowhere. That's why people used to do the whole mocking the trust the process thing, is because they weren't getting the results.
All right, Gunnar, forgive me. I don't think my tweet was shameless, but I understand. I know where you're coming from. I know exactly where you're coming from. Poch never said this about Felix. I never heard this. Well, from DJ, from what we read when Felix was right there, the media were making it sound like Pochettino has no interest. Stephen, didn't you hear anything like that before the end of Joao Felix's contract at Chelsea, his loan spell at Chelsea? That Pochettino has no interest
I
in
saw
him.
somebody say that. I saw somebody say that maybe Lampard had something to do with it, because apparently Poch was asking for Lampard's input on certain players, because obviously Lampard had worked with some he'd worked with previously, some he'd worked with when he came in now. So some people were saying like he done some sort of report on some of the players and stuff, or the whole squad, so that it give Poch a better understanding of what he's coming into.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's 100% accurate, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised, because it would make sense. You have a different perspective if you come in. You have information on the players from somebody who's worked with them, and then obviously you can go in with it of knowing roughly what you need to do. And then you go in, you see it for yourself, and you go, okay, that checks out with what I was told. That doesn't check out, etc., etc.
All right, guys. Let me say this and get out of the way. Our brother here says, guys, our object is 10,000 subscribers here. It is possible. Let us make it possible together, guys. We got okay. We got 7 likes at this moment. We can make it to maybe 20 likes by the end of the stream. If you guys push it and help it out, we can do it. We can do it. Our goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Can we do it? Nothing is impossible in this world. Even if we cannot get 10,000, we can get close to push to 8,000 or maybe 9,000. We can do it. We can all do it together as a community. Why not? Thank you very much, the Blueclouds show, 100% Chelsea. He's one of my biggest fans in Senegal. Senegal, brother, I like you, and I like whatever you're doing to help this channel out. Keep on doing your best. And I'll never forget you. Monster said that Joao Felix is available. Why is no one going for him, guys? Why is no one going for him? He did very, very well when he played with Chelsea. First time he came in, his debut, he was being sent off, but that doesn't mean he did not perform very well. You could say, okay, whatever, if it didn't go well with him at Chelsea, he has a good time and bad time, but the whole entire team did not perform very well. So you cannot point finger at one specific player. Goalkeeping, so many goalkeeping errors, so many goalkeeping mistakes. Defense, was having mistakes. Midfield to attack, there were no goals. So the whole team last season did not perform. So we can't point finger at one specific player. So Felix would have been good for Manchester United. I'm sure it will be. It will be. We Manchester United go for him. We need United need a playmaker, a very very good playmaker, not just Bruno Fernandes. He's dodgy sometimes. Bruno Fernandes is dodgy sometimes, but if Joao Felix up front can help you guys, because Casemiro, I'm sure Casemiro is down. He's down already. DJ Sab, so if Chelsea have set players, I don't believe one of the players will be Modric. I think he means Chelsea want to sell players. I think that's what he was trying to say, Steven, right?
I think so.
Yeah, probably typing error. Yeah. Sevens to hit the like button. Big up to you, fans of all nations topic. Thank you, brother. I hope you're doing very well in the family. Yes, please swap Modric and Modric, the winner of Ukraine. Okay. I know what you mean. The winner of Ukraine for Smith Rowe. I get what Phantom Satan means. We need Felix back. He loves Chelsea and is good. He's a good player coming from our brother. Thank you very much for your comments.
That's what I don't get is that, okay, cool, he'll be open to Chelsea, but he wants Barcelona. That is what the player wants. I don't want him to come back, for one, but also, if he's that set on Barcelona, definitely stay away. Whether he's happy to come here or not, his first choice is Barcelona. Leave it alone. Go for someone else.
All right. Scala United said we got the world best playmaker in Mason Mount, who plays none of us can't understand. Okay.
It doesn't help that he's being played in a deeper role. That's the only thing I'll say on it. It don't help that he's being played in a deeper role next to Casemiro.
Right, I think I found my information back. I'm gonna put that on the screen and then go around it. So DJ Sav is sharing something with us. Let me see what DJ Sav is saying. He said Fabrizio Romano just tweeted something. Says I have been telling you all summer, and as he said in the exclusive interview, Joao Felix only wants Barcelona and is still waiting. I guess that's why no one else is going for Joao Felix at this moment. So yes, Steven just said it. Joao Felix is interested in joining Barcelona at this moment in time. So that could be the reason why no one is really interested in going in for Joao Felix move. And it's very, very expensive. He came for just 6 month loan. January transfer window when he came in. There was 3 million. Not a whole season. Half a season for 3 million. Joao Felix. How many goals did you score? What was the contribution?
No. We paid like 9 million, I think it was. We paid over 9 million on the loan fee, and then we paid his wages as well. If I remember rightly, we paid about 9 million, and then we also
9 million.
paid
I thought it was
wages.
3 million that was being said.
No, I'm sure it was about 9.
So, guys, yes, folks, look, 9 million for Joao Felix for a loan spell. That's too much. So imagine if Chelsea wants to buy him outright, for his agent and him himself knowing how much Chelsea are spending, how much money Chelsea are spending into players. So he would like to get almost about 80 million or maybe 60 million for Joao Felix for being a flop at Atletico Madrid. So it won't be, Joao Felix is not going to come that easy when Chelsea goes in for it. Steven Modric is a bust. The bust. He remind me of Timo Werner. Scala said Felix is off to Barcelona. Them guys need to be investigated how they're buying players this window when they pull 1 million lever last summer coming from Scala. Thank you very much, Scala. I don't know how Barcelona are still buying players for renting out stadiums to unnecessary things. I don't know how they're still buying players. Steven, guys, I'll drop the link in 5 minutes. We're here. We talk a lot about I've paid so much attention to the comment section. Keep the comments coming, and I'll read them as they come in. It must seem to be sold on loan. To be sold or loan makes no sense. I hope this is not true. Big mistake. This will be absolutely. I heard. What about the
I don't
rumors of
think it
Cucurella?
is.
I don't think Matson is going anywhere. It will be a big mistake if
So
that
I know
happens.
the person who said it is reliable. I know the person who said it is reliable. But
Mhm.
with all the talk of Cucurella going on loan to United,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense. Who becomes the backup? One of the academy players? Doubt it. It just don't
All
make
right, guys.
sense to me.
I've dropped the link right there. If you're there and you have time, you can join us up here. We have let me see what we have here. We have okay. We have some of our friends from Blueclouds Media on Facebook joining us here, and also we have one also from YouTube. Thank you guys from everyone that has joined us here on this platform. Okay. All right. Okay. That means Cucurella will join the Manchester United. I hope Cucurella join Manchester United for Matson to get some game time. Metaface do big up to you. He said big up to me and big up to you too. Big up to our brother watching us from Facebook. He said hello my Chelsea fans. Okay. Estefanos. Big up to you, my brother Estefanos. I'm rushing to say the name. Estefanos, I hope you're doing very well. Does staff ever show up? No. Staff has been blocked from this channel. Staff will never be on this platform. I don't want to talk about Staff because he's not here. Anything I say against Staff, he's not here to defend himself. So it's better for me not to talk about Staff at all. He's belonged to the past. He doesn't belong to this platform anymore. So thank you guys for asking of him. But I wish him well. I hope he's doing very well. Scala said Man United 2023 Chelsea rejects. What is going on? People get kicked off from the stream yard. I'm not so sure what's going on. Scala, you have to up yourself out and come back again. Okay, I think he's in. Welcome back to stream, Scala United. What do you have for us today?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, Chelsea, United 2023 looks like buying other clubs rejects. I mean, Mason Mount is a Chelsea reject. Now you're trying to push Cucurella in, and I heard last night that we are linked with Højbjerg, who is also a Tottenham reject. And we finished above both of these clubs, both the London clubs. We finished above Chelsea and Spurs, and now we're buying cast-offs from them. Makes no sense. So, look, I don't think it's going to happen, the Højbjerg deal especially, but I think the Cucurella deal, I think there is some serious progression in that because United need a left back. And today I saw that, again, Ten Hag, he always has some kind of touch point with any player he is linked. So with Cucurella, he was very impressed when Cucurella was at Getafe and they played Ajax. So he was very impressed when he was playing against him. Only thing is that Chelsea want a loan fee, which I don't think United will agree. I think United are willing to pay his wages, but I don't think we are going to be giving or agreeing to any sort of loan fee to you guys. Because, but again, we are forced to because our second and third options are Regulon and Marcos Alonso.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want. So, yeah, man, again, we have, found ourselves in a massive net which we can't get off because we anyways don't have money. Chelsea would want at least 4 to 5 million loan fee. So, yeah, man, not looking good on this side.
Thank you very much, Scala. Welcome to the stream, DJ. It's Mr. Chelsea here. Mr. Chelsea, are you here? Mr. DJ, are you there? I think DJ is having issues. Steven, you all right too?
Yeah, I'm having connection issues. It's already second time I've had to rejoin. I don't know if it's got a hold up or not.
I hope so. I don't think I have issues here at all. My connection looks...
No, it's mine. It's mine.
Okay.
I know for a fact today it's mine.
Okay. All right. Estefanos said I tried to download the YouTube, but not working. Keep trying, and you can be part of us here. We do most of the stream on YouTube more than any other
I
platform.
think you're streaming on Twitter as well today, right?
Yeah, I'm streaming on 3 platforms: YouTube, Twitter, and then also Facebook at the same time. So yeah, whatever you're watching us from, if you want to be part of our YouTube, link is right there in the description below. Join us here on this platform. I also put a YouTube link in the comment section. So if you're on YouTube and you can see any of these streams, click on the YouTube and then subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we cannot do this alone without you guys. So thank you. Meta Face Doom said, since when was staff blocked? Staff is blocked from the platform for a while. So yes, he's not with us anymore on this platform. I tried to download the YouTube. Okay, I've done that one. Arsenal vs Man United this weekend. Excited, guys. Prediction: Arsenal. We'll get there. We'll get there. You know, we don't want to get everything out before the weekend's gone, because we'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll be streaming the following day, and then Chelsea also have a game tomorrow, which is against Wimbledon. We do this preview early in the morning tomorrow before the game itself. So, Metaface Doom, I do not believe he comes to watch the show anymore. So, good guy, but had his own views, which is true. Thank you very much.
It was never him as a person that was. It was never him in terms of his views. Well, it was kind of the views, but he was a nice guy. Just certain things happened, and that's all we should say on it. I don't think we should say more than that.
Yeah, certain things happen behind the scenes, and also how he sees other people, and I don't like that. It's not good. This platform is open. Everybody has some opinion and voice and views and how they see things from a distance. Imagine the 3 million, 33 million, 25 million supporters that Chelsea have. Go look at the subscription. Go look at the followers on YouTube, the numbers that Chelsea have. If all these numbers found themselves in Stamford Bridge for watching one game, or do you think all these numbers can fit in Stamford Bridge? No. Stamford Bridge is only 45 to 46,000 people. It can only hold 46 of, maybe I'll say
42.
48. I'll say 48. Adding the media people, the ball boys, and all those people that are working underground, and all those people, because they don't even count the stewards. Do they count the stewards? They don't count them.
But in terms of capacity, it's 42,000.
Yeah, capacity in terms of those that can seat 42,000. But the media people are not even added to it. So let's say 46,000 people in there watching games, and they have 22 million people followers. Can all these people go into the stadium one day? No, you can't do that. So I think when he comes over here trying to diminish other people's opinion and views, I don't think it's healthy for the platform. So it's better he part way with us. Big up to you, Nick Zion. How are you? And update on Manchester United. We have Scala United here, so stay tuned. Any update on Mason Mount, he will give it to us here. Dextron HH. Also, I think he replied to I want to love you. He says, nah, I'm glad he is gone. He was abusing me. I remember man thought he had some divine right because he lives in England. He doesn't even live in England. He doesn't live in England. All this time when he was on our platform, he lives in Cyprus. He doesn't. So he hasn't even watched a Chelsea game in a very, very long time. But all he does is to abuse people that come on the platform. He doesn't live in England. He once upon a time lived in England watching Chelsea game, but his condition took him away from England. He has to go to Cyprus and live there. So that's an update. I was gutted when Mount left. He was our star boy from Meta Face Doom. Hobiek. I always can say his name. Hobiek to Man United. Thoughts on that, guys? I think it's a good. It will be a good player. If you guys need that energy in the midfield and Casemiro don't have that energy there, then I think Mount would be. This guy Hobiek from Tottenham Hotspur could be a good fit. Monster, I believe so. All right, we've got 80,000 at the bridge. Once highest ever attendance. 80,000. Wow. How was the stadium able to fit in 80,000? Is it capacity, or maybe all those that went in there in terms of the press, the media, and everything? Yeah, that was OBX news. Okay. All right, Dextron. Thank you very much,
I'm back.
Dextron, and also made our face. Doom Scholar. Let's get any update on Manchester United, since our brother here is waiting for an update on Manchester United. Can you provide us some updates on United?
Yeah, I told you about Cucurella. I think that deal will happen. I think United are just testing Chelsea, which is never a good thing because we can't negotiate anything. So we'll just end up whatever Chelsea wants, just like we did with the Mason Mount deal. So I think that deal will happen. I mean, honestly, with the options are like Regulon, Alonso, and Cucurella, I don't mind Cucurella coming in. I mean, he's obviously the best of that bad bunch. About Hoiberg, I don't think that's going to happen because that's just coming from the agent. And I mentioned about how Ten Hag has always
Yeah.
got some kind of touch point with the players we are linked. Hoiberg was at Bayern, and when Ten Hag was at Bayern, he was coaching him. So that's that link. So I don't think that's happening because that's just his agent trying to negotiate or trying to put interest on the player. I don't think that's going to happen. And more importantly, I don't want that to happen because, as I mentioned, we finished above Chelsea, above Tottenham. I don't know why we're trying to buy their rejects when we're trying to close on a team who just won a treble. So, yeah, man, fingers crossed. But again, we are in a desperate position. Also, if we are trying to buy Hoiberg, I don't think Spurs are going to sell us for less than 20 million. And Amrabat cost around the same money. So that's the player we are linked with. So it makes no sense to go for Hoiberg unless like Spurs drastically reduce his price to push him out like something like 15 million. So yeah, that's the update on United. Those two are the transfers. Yeah, Cucurella will definitely happen. I think it could happen probably by day after as well because I think he's also pushing for a move. He doesn't want to play for Chelsea. I mean, that's a bit confusing. I mean, I don't understand why you will not keep him because I get you have this Ian Matson guy, but isn't he very young? Or like you spent 60 million on Cucurella, or like Posh doesn't fancy him, I guess. But he's your second senior left back. I mean, that deal, I remember when you bought him, I told on another channel that that's not going to work because you have 60 million left backs. However, you're going to give them time because one will feel like rejected. So I don't know, man, what's happening with that. Obviously, you guys don't have a good experience with Cucurella. I mean, some people said the same thing with Mount. When we bought Mount, they were saying all these Chelsea fans are saying he's going to work. He's going to work in a new system. Chelsea were not good last year, so yeah. But I have a bit more hope with Cucurella. I know what he can do. I don't know. Like, I mean, what happened with Poch? Like, why is Poch not giving him a chance? You guys have any idea?
Yeah, it's not good enough. I mean, you could tell Pochettino have been studying him even before he took the job. He knows all the Chelsea players, and Cucurella has a little bit of a would I say
Attitude?
no attitude. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Okay.
To be honest with you, he doesn't have any off the field problems. His attitude on the pitch is good, but he just cannot offer you much up front. These our latest style of playing with the fullbacks and the right fullbacks, they have to produce more when they go up front. And his crosses, he'll give good passes.
I thought that was a strong point. I thought he was good offensively and he was poor defensively.
Yeah, he's very poor defensively. Offensively, his crosses are not that good. He cannot put a cross in, but he can get some good passes. But he can also, when he gets himself into those positions where he can put a ball in the back of the net, also he cannot do it. But Matson have the eye for goal scoring. He's also good in finishing. We saw that many times in preseason when he comes on and when he started the game. And Matson is much more stronger than Cucurella. So when you put Cucurella in that back row position, trying to compete with Ben Chilwell, then you can get more from Matson than Cucurella, who's not that strong. And Premier League, he have to be strong, he have to be fit to be able to match the lights of the other teams that you play against. Look at the game that we played against Manchester United. You have Casemiro bullying Cucurella every day in the game through 90 minutes. So I think that something has to be done. So that is why we got three players there. Matson's a young player. If we don't give him the chance, we might end up losing Matson. We've already lost Lewis Hall. We cannot lose Matson also. You get what I'm saying?
Matson is that short guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he was one of the integral players that qualified Burnley, right? Burnley to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he did very, very well. He's a very, very good player from the academy. So Martin is way better than Cucurella. But the only thing that keeps Cucurella at the football club is the amount of money that Chelsea spend on him. If any club is willing to match or get closer to that amount, 60 million, Chelsea will let him go. But we haven't had any good offer. Now we're hearing of loan move to Manchester United because of injury with Luke Shaw. But it would be nice
not
if
just loan,
Cucurella
no,
can
you
get
want
game
a
time.
loan fee as well. Like Chelsea want a loan fee, so
Yeah.
that's the problem. Otherwise, this deal would have been done by now because United are willing to take on the salary coverage of full salary, but we are not. We don't have any money to give you as loan fee because we all want another midfielder. So and we haven't sold well. I mean, the Maguire now is staying. That's official. I mean, United have blocked any more requests for him. Yeah, that's another news if you want. United have officially said that Maguire is not leaving. So we don't have any money. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just watching this guy's clips. Ian Matson, yeah, he looks good. Yeah, I mean, short, quick, decent on the ball. So I can see why you guys are excited by him over Cucurella.
Yeah, thank you very much. Scala United. Mosto said Harry Kane looks good at Bayern Munich. Finally, he will achieve trophy in his career. I hope he does because I think he's got 3 goals already since the start of the Bundesliga.
3 goals in 2 Bundesliga games.
Yeah, 2 goals in 2 Bundesliga games. I think Steven, 3 goals, not 2.
Yeah,
3
no,
goals.
I said 3. I said 3 in 2 Bundesliga games.
Okay, yeah. I would like to keep Cuckoo. However, his wages doesn't reflect a second chance option coming from Ahmed Face Doom. And remember he got MOTM against Dortmund in the Champions League. Yeah, man of the match. But with Hall gone as well, it's Matsin
competent as a fullback.
Competent as a fullback.
I haven't seen him play
left back yet. Very versatile.
He hasn't played left back or left wing back for us even in pre-season. He was playing that role at Burnley last season, and he played it in our academy. That is his primary role, is as a fullback.
Right. Not to mention, Matson hasn't renewed his contract at all as of now. Yeah, it is true. That is the reason why you want to give this young guy a chance to play, because selling all your academy player and also not giving him a chance to play it doesn't help him at all. And he's going to think of moving away from the football club. And when you lose Matson, you're losing a big player. He is a good player, and he's got lots of potential to grow to become like maybe Ashley Cole or someone else, or maybe Basungwa one day. But we have to keep our homegrown talented players. We're selling too many of them and bringing in, foreign players. You can bring in foreign players if they're good, but then we have to balance the book right. And Steven, did you say like 7 homegrown players you have to have in addition to the squad? We did talk about
I think it's 7. I think it's 7.
7 homegrown players, and I think the same number from foreign players.
No, there's no limit on foreign players. I don't think. I think it's literally 7 homegrown players, and you can do whatever you want.
Okay. So, Scala, Lukaku, Steven, let's go through Lukaku deal. Scala, I'm not so sure if you've seen the details. Steven, walk us through Lukaku's deal.
Yep.
Trying to find it. If you have it, then you can go ahead and share that with us.
Yeah. I don't need it. I know roughly what it is anyway off the top of my head now. So the Lukaku situation is...
Yeah, I got it now. But you go ahead.
He's going on loan to Roma. We're going to get about £7 to £8 million loan fee. His wages for the season are going to be 7 million, which is what they're going to pay him in wages, obviously. On top of that, we've revised his contract. It's still 2 years. It's still 3 years remaining from this summer, 2 years from next summer. That hasn't changed. But the changes are When he comes back, he'll be on a lower salary than what he's currently on. From when he first joined, he'll be on a lower salary now.
And a release clause.
There's a release clause of £37 million. Now, if I'm not mistaken, his book value, so the amortization, every year it goes down. He was on a 5-year deal, paid 95 million for him, or 97 million. Just about 19 million per season, roughly. So, next summer, his book value is about 39 million. So, the release clause is 37 million, which means you're either breaking even or you're making like a 2 million loss on the books if someone triggers that. So, very good deal. It has to be said, because he's completely off our books for the year. We're getting a loan fee, which is about a quarter of the amount that his book value is every year anyway, at 8 million, because the book value, like I said, is like 18, 19 million. So about a half of that we're getting in a loan fee. And then we're not paying his wages for the year either. So he's completely off our books for the year.
And to make it easy to sell him, to make it easy...
make a big loss on him as well. So great business from the ownership and the directors there. I'm surprised he agreed to it. Maybe he's realized that he doesn't have much choice because he's not in the plans for this season, and also people were reluctant to pay his wages that he was demanding. So maybe lowering his wages makes it easier to move him in terms of the wage aspect next summer as well.
Right. So thank you very much, Scala.
And also, I believe the medical, he's flying out for medical at 5 p.m. UK today, so in about an hour.
I'm sure Chelsea fans will be buzzing. Chelsea fans will be very, very happy on the latest update on the Romelu Lukaku at this moment in time. Lukaku will be moving away to Roma, and Chelsea fans are tired and done seeing these Belgian bulldozer played for the club again. They don't want to see him. So seeing Lukaku move away from Chelsea, it's a plus. Scala, what do you make of these?
In the words of Juventus, we've got enough goalkeepers at our club already. In the words of the Juventus Ultras, we got enough goalkeepers at our club. Okay. Because that's what they said, because obviously what happened in the Champions League final. So they were mocking it, saying we got enough goalkeepers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steven, as usual. Great. We have our brother back again, DJ Sub. I'm sure you was having connections issue, Mr. DJ. You all right, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, guys. How you all doing? You all good?
Yeah, we are doing perfectly, doing well. Okay, I wouldn't say all of us, but with my side, I'm doing well. I'm sure Steven is also doing well. Scala, you doing all right?
Yeah, very good.
What's Phantom doing here? Phantom, what are you doing here?
Yes, I was wondering if this rumor for this Smith Rowe thing and Modric is something that's really being considered. If so, I am 100% for it, because Modric is like a Werner. He's always going to be a Werner, and we're going to find out 2 years from now that he is Timo Werner. So I want him gone.
You want Modric gone. He's very young and has lots of potentials.
Timo Werner was very young and had lots of potential.
No, but Timo Werner was way young, older than Modric when he came to the Premier League, and he was proven. Look, Timo Werner was proven in the Bundesliga, scoring double digits of goals in the Bundesliga before he moved to Chelsea. So it's incomparable trying to compare those two players.
There's something very wrong with Timo Werner, and I don't know why the scouts didn't pick this up. And this is okay? When we were in youth league, you, me, DJ, whatever, everybody played youth league soccer, okay? What did our coach tell us? Don't look at your feet while you're dribbling. You have to know where the ball is. Timo Werner has to look down in his feet to make sure where the ball is. So he can't look at the player ahead of him to see what the player ahead of him is doing, because his head is down. His eyes are focused on his feet, dribbling the ball. Now, that's a basic thing that we all learn in youth league soccer not to do, right? Didn't your coach tell you don't look at the ball when you're dribbling? You have to know. You just have to know where the ball is according to your feet. You do these drills, right? You look forward and you dribble without looking at your feet. Weren't you taught that? I mean, I certainly was taught that.
Me, I was being taught to look at the opponent's head and punch because I
Right. Right, because I mean, if you're looking down at your own feet dribbling, you're not looking at the defender ahead of you. So you got to be, you got to constantly be aware what the defender ahead of you is doing. So you have to be able to, like Ronaldinho or whatever his name is, the guy
Ronaldinho.
He does magic curves with the ball. I mean, he does all these really weird tricks. Okay, right? But he didn't have to look at his feet while dribbling. That's what I'm saying. Timo Werner was a very special case. That's all.
What's this Fulham Dortmund doing here?
I'm not even sure I'm not sure what Fulham is doing. They got rid of Mitrovic and they might be losing their head coach.
They're talking to you. He's talking to you. He says, "What's Fulham Dortmund doing here?" Fulham Dortmund. He knows.
I wore the Dortmund shirt to the K-pop concert yesterday, not because I was supporting Dortmund or anything, but just simply because it's yellow, and then you leave the theater, it's very dark, and I don't want to be run over by traffic. So if I had a bright yellow shirt, I wouldn't be hit by the car. Yes, sir.
All right, let me know what.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Phantom, for joining us.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day. All right, let me know what DJ Salve and Steven have to say on regards to Emile Smith-Rowe's link, and also what Phantom of Mini topic that said Emile Smith-Rowe and who else? Smith-Rowe and Cucurella, right? No, not Smith-Rowe and Modric. Yeah. DJ, over to you, sir. Whatever you want to say. I know you have a lot to inject into the show. Go ahead, sir.
Listen, I think you guys know. Listen, this whole thing about Modric, I think Chelsea fans have really, really got to really start giving this kid a chance. I think people got to remember, and when we first signed this guy, okay, he wasn't even playing football. Yeah, he was in Turkey, and the team were training because they couldn't play football because of what was going on in his country. So that was more or less his season, like not playing much football. He was only playing Champions League games. And people, I think, sometimes seem to forget about that. And when he did play those Champions League games, he scored some good goals against Real Madrid. And I think people forget about it. The kid is talented, okay? And I think, yes, he's not shown it at Chelsea yet. And let's be honest, when you've got a manager like, sorry to say this, like Graham Potter, you're not going to really learn much from him because I don't think he's really that great of a good manager, personally. And that's probably why I think Modric, I mean, if you think of, you only have to hear his press conference the day we signed Modric or before we signed Modric. Did he act like he's never even heard of the player in his press conference? I know you guys can remember that. In his press conference, I think it was again before Arsenal or some, I can't remember who it was against. And he goes, who is this, he's saying? And I'm thinking, okay, I know sometimes managers sometimes do it on purpose. They don't want to let obviously the media know that they know too much about it before the players sign for us. But he kind of looked like he was confused when the name Modric was mentioned to him. So I looked at that thinking, this guy's going to be the manager forward, training up our guy, training up Modric going forward. Yeah. So listen, this is one of the reasons why I'm giving Modric the opportunity. The guy's young, he's talented, he's under a good manager now. Okay, and I think under Pochettino, he's going to blossom under Pochettino. I think this thing of Werner and him is just a bit too harsh. And even
he already looks more confident.
He does, bruv. And the other thing I'll also, Steve, is I was never against Timo Werner signing for us either. I thought he was actually a good signing for us. I really did. I think he just he scored goals. He was just offside, but he was getting in good positions. He was running off the ball well. In fact, if everyone remembers that Champions League final, it was his run from the
diverted the defense to allow the space.
Yeah. And I'm not seeing people saying, "Oh, you're going to remember Timo Werner for that." No, as other games I can remember, Timo Werner was good. But the thing is, he just scored goals offside. That's all it was. But he wasn't a crack. Doesn't mean he was a crack player. And I think people are a bit harsh on that to jump that on him. But this thing about Modric, I'm so against this whole thing with Modric. I think give this guy time. For me, he's better than Smith-Rowe. People different positions, I think. So what? But I still think he'd be better than Smith-Rowe. He's not as injury prone as Smith-Rowe. And I think the kid is still young and he's got a lot to learn, and he'll learn it from he'll learn it from Poch and the players around him.
Just quickly on the Timo thing you were saying, right?
Yeah.
I remember because that was the summer when COVID was happening. So Bundesliga and all that were on TV. There was no blackout restrictions for Premier League games, any of that. And I remember seeing we're linked with him and it's advancing and whatnot. And the same with Havertz. And I sat down, I was like, look, I've got nothing to do. I'm not going out risking catching this thing. So I'm going to stay home. And I watched so much Bundesliga. I watched mainly them specifically because I knew we were linked with her and it's advancing and whatnot. And I sat there and I was watching them and I was so excited, man. I was like, wow, these are players. Like, they're going to do things at this club. They're going to be special.
Yeah.
And look, it just didn't work out in the end and it is what it is. But they helped us win Champions League. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Long term, didn't do much else, but you helped us get to that and I'll accept that and then do whatever. Go Arsenal, I don't care. Just whatever. It is what it is. I'm not sure if you saw what I said in the private chat on here, the last message I said.
Yeah, I've seen that one over there. You want me to read it out? Or you want to
I could read it. I still got it up on my phone anyway.
All right, go ahead then.
So in January, an outlet in Portugal called Record, they were all over the Enzo deal, the details, everything like that. Record and also Foot Mercato aren't really that reliable, but Record have been. So I'm just going to keep it to Record because I know they're fairly reliable. They're reporting, claiming that Chelsea, and I said to you yesterday, keep an eye on him, Nee.
Okay.
Chelsea are apparently looking to trigger the 60 million euro release clause for Marcus Edwards, a player that was under Pochettino when he was younger at Tottenham. They're saying that we have not yet made an offer. However, Poch is very interested and that we may trigger that release clause of 60
That was the
million
player
euros.
we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah. I mentioned him before we went live yesterday and said I would probably keep an eye on it because I know he played under Poch.
Yeah, DJ, remember you were talking about a missing player. No one knows his name. You did talk about that yesterday. I think that could be who Steven is talking about. Right. I'm not so sure. You may have a different player in mind. Do you have any other different player in mind?
There is another player, and only because and this is no lies, and it's only because I do have one source. And it's not, and it actually goes. He's actually from Portugal. He's actually a Portuguese source, and he's basically said to me, don't rule out a move for Chelsea to go for what's his name? The Sporting Lisbon midfielder that we've been linked with. Is it Goncalves?
Oh, Goncalves.
Yes,
Pedro Goncalves.
Don't rule that out either. Chelsea are very much in talk. This is because you know Chelsea have said and come out that they're
both are at Sporting, so maybe we look to see something.
One of them, and the thing of all is, yours. I'm not saying yours might be right as well. To be honest with you, Stephen, but I'm not saying not rule this one out either because apparently we've been looking. I mean, there have been talks that he could be an option for us as well, and Chelsea are very much interested. And apparently they've had scouts watching. A lot of players in Portugal, well, 2 players in Portugal in particular, and I think they're the 2 players that they've been talking about all along because the one main target we wanted is now at PSG, and that's no longer going to happen. That is Ramos. Yeah, so watch out for this one as well towards the end of the window.
All right. Metaphase Doom is asking of his age. I think he's around 25 years old. He's worked with Mauricio Pochettino before, so he could be a player. 60 million release clause. That's Portuguese Benfica, right, Steven?
No.
Sporting
both
Lisbon.
Goncalves and Edwards are both at Sporting.
No, Edwards the one I'm talking about.
But both are at Sporting, and I think Edwards is 24, Goncalves is 25.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Goncalves seems more versatile. I think he can play across pretty much any centre mid position. I think he's also played out wide as well, but I could be wrong, and I'm open to correction on that.
Thank you very much, DJ Salvin and Steven. Chelsea Perspective, big up to you, my big brother. I hope you're doing very well, sis. DJ out. Big up everyone. Yeah, big up everyone. Big up to you, my brother. I hope the family is doing very, very well. And then you yourself too. I know how busy you are. I catch a stream a lot of time, but I just do not say anything because I don't want you to shout me out too many times. So sometimes I just go low and then listen to what is going on, because sometimes I pick up some information from your platform and add it to my platform and then go with it. We never stop learning. We learn and improve on our learning until we die one day. So we learn from each other at all time. All love DJ. Yeah, much love. DJ is never upset from that. Never upset from that. No way. All right, so we're gonna move on with the show. We talk about some missing players that we don't know their name, and Chelsea will definitely go sign a player before the window comes to an end. Definitely, Chelsea will sign a player before the window comes to an end. Much love, brother. We learn from each other. Absolutely, I learned a lot from you, Chelsea perspective. Yes, you've grown much more bigger and bigger than me. So yeah, why wouldn't I look at you for inspiration and also help my channel grow? So yeah, I pick up stuff from you. So when you see me doing something you're doing, don't get upset, because I'm telling you, I pick up some stuff from you to help my channel grow. That's true. So yeah, I wouldn't say I know it all. I don't. Big up to you, Melissa and Butchie says, what's up, everyone? Sending good vibes to everyone joining today. Big up to my wonderful brother over here in Zion. Sorry, Melissa, that's my wife over there. Thank you. You're spot on, Melissa. Today, everybody's seen you on Facebook, joining, supporting your husband on the platform. Thank you very much, Melissa and Butchie, supporting and sending messages from Facebook. Thank you very much. Much love. All right, and we're gonna move on from there. Steven, what we have left now? DJ, anything you want to join? You want to talk about? Besides, we've talked about Lukaku deal. I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about Lukaku deal.
No,
we break it down. No. Steven and I break it down, and then what he'll be making now. Now there is a release clause in Lukaku's deal. So after he returned, there will be 37 million release clause, and also his wages has been reduced. So Chelsea wouldn't be paying any of his wages whilst he's on loan. Also, so yeah, the books.
And then when he comes back, the wages for Chelsea are less as well, because he's cut that wages down.
Yeah, I'll say to that, guys, hallelujah! Finally, this guy's off our books, man. I've wanted this for a long time. This guy to be gone, and it's happened. I think it's the right move. I think we all know, had he stuck around at Chelsea, all he'd be doing, especially what Poch is trying to build there. Let's be honest. This guy's sticking around. Yeah, he'll damage everything that's around the change room at the moment. I'm just glad we've got to let him go. I mean, I'm gutted it obviously didn't work out, because I'll be honest with you. When we actually first signed him, there were two options I wanted when we first got him, and I knew, because Harry Kane was never available then. My two options was always Erling Haaland first, and then I did say bring back Lukaku, because I thought he could come back and he's got unfinished business to come, and I think he'd do well. But obviously, it's not worked out that way. We all know the interview and everything that's gone with him. So yeah, good luck. I'll say to him, good. He's finally got his move, and he's back under Jose again. So if one player
for a season anyway.
Yeah. It's for one season at least. If one manager can keep him intact and keep his mouth shut, it's Jose Mourinho. So again, thank you, Jose, for doing that for us. So yeah, I'm happy about that.
Anything you want to say on that, Stephen? Before we move on to the last topic of the day.
Saying it's brilliant. He moves to Roma. Jose can keep his ego in check, which I don't know how many people can do that, but we all know what Jose is like and how Jose can manage players. So I don't think he'll have any issues with him, because we know Jose won't tolerate that kind of stuff. So he'll be on his best behavior, go out there, bang the goals in, get a permanent move next summer, never to be spoken about by our fan base ever again. Happy days, celebration.
All right, thank you very much. The last topic of the day will be Bayern Munich is working agreement with Chelsea player Trevoh Chalobah, as the player is set on joining Bayern Munich at this moment in time. Bayern Munich are talking to Chelsea. Trevoh Chalobah. DJ, where do we see this? Chalobah, he's got lots of injuries and he's not getting chance at Chelsea. We got too many players in that centre-back row and then the defending row. Should he allow Chalobah to go?
I think I'm a bit 50-50 on this one, Need, to be honest with you. And the only reason why I'm a bit 50-50 on this one at the moment is because of Axel. I'm still not 100% with him at the moment. You can still see he's got, and I'm sure he'll come back and he'll improve in this game, but he's still, for me, he looks very, when he's knocked off the ball for a player that is that massive, you expect him to be a bit more, especially in his defensive box, to be a bit more commanding and stronger, but he seems to be easily knocked off the ball. He doesn't seem to always see the passes. And I sometimes think, is letting Trevoh Chalobah the right answer to do now? Now, people say we got Humphrey who can come in there, who can do a job, but can he play in the same position as Chalobah? I'm a bit 50-50 as with Chalobah. Yes, he's got his injuries, but we also know, for me, he's a talented defender as well. And, I'm glad Chelsea have told Bayern Munich it's not a loan. Okay, if they want him, they have to pay 50 million for him. And I think that's a fair option. So on the day of Thomas Tuchel, and happy birthday, Thomas Tuchel, by the way, because it's his 50th birthday today. On the day of it being that way, 50 million for Chalobah on your 50th birthday, mate. That's what it is. That's what the price is going to be. So if they want him, they have to pay that.
Pay $1 million for every year Tuchel of his life.
Yeah, something like that, mate. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to see him. As I said, I wouldn't want to see him go. I wouldn't want to see him go, but I can understand it happening because we need to also still get rid of players. And obviously, he's going to bring some money in. And like I said, it has to be the 50 million. People are saying maybe 40 million. But, whatever it is.
40 to 50, fine by me.
40 to 50 million. But I would still, as I said, if we can't sell him for that, and Chelsea have already said to them, you have to pay that and not a loan move, then that's what they're going to have to do.
All right, Metaface Doom said Jose would throw him and the Samantha makes Chelsea perspective said finally Lukaku, look who is gone. Lukaku is gone. Iconic, ironic considering Jose was the one that got rid of him. I mean, he's worked with him a couple times, Man United, Chelsea, I don't know. But Jose will crash Lukaku ego. That is from a Chelsea perspective. Forever my GOAT manager at UTC. Metaface Doom. Chelsea perspective, I agree. Mita. Balogun to Monaco. Why was Chelsea also interested in him? I think Chelsea was looking for a striker and didn't know if they're really going to rely on Armando Broja. Is he going to be fit enough for the rest of the season? But he's on a recovery. He's on his way back to fitness, right, Steven?
Yeah, he's working his way back. He's nearly back.
Okay. Very close. So DJ Sava's given his option. He says 50-50. 50-50. I feel on Chalobah, he's not really keen on if he should go or if he should stay. To me,
just quick on
look
that.
at the number.
You go.
Go ahead, Steven.
No, you go.
Look at the number of defenders where we have Disasi, we have Chalobah in there, Thiago Silva in that position, also Cowell, Ben Chilwell in that position. I mean, right back. I'm talking about defense, all the defenders. And we have Malagosta also on the right back. Then Badishia also in there. Chalobah, Badishia. Who would you go for, DJ? Chalobah and Badishia.
Well, because he's our left-sided defender. Obviously, I'd choose Bada over Chalobah in that way because he plays on that side and he's also left-footed as well.
Okay, let me try and compare him to those that plays on the right-hand side. We have Thiago Silva. We have we know Thiago Silva is not going to be there for that long. So Chalobah over Thiago Silva. In terms of experience, Thiago Silva have it. But longevity, we're not going to have Thiago there. Who else do we have in that position? Who else on that side again?
What side?
On the right-hand side, centre-back Rowe.
Silva, Chalobah. Fofana, who's injured.
Fofana, I don't count Fofana. I don't even rate that guy. I don't even rate him. So I think he has to stay because Fofana, you can't rely on Fofana. Injury after injury after injury. Yeah, Disasi. So I'll keep him there. Him and Disasi because I'm not counting Thiago Silva for the future. Thiago Silva won't be there. Maybe next season he won't be there. So,
no, but then you have someone like Bashir Humphreys who could potentially be ready to come in next season anyway.
potential.
I think he ends up staying. So
yeah,
I'm not sure if you guys remember or how well like it was put out there. At one point this summer, Humphreys was going to go on a loan move to Swansea. I'm not sure if you
Yes,
remember.
I remember that. Yeah.
And now
I do.
we've stopped it, and Chalobah's been injured, and now he might be going to Bayern Munich. So maybe we're going to do what we do with Moreira, which is what looks likely to happen with Moreira. Keep him around with the academy, use him for first team when you need him. Because he was on the bench the other day, Humphreys, wasn't he? And I'd suspect he'll probably play tomorrow as well, because Poch said they'll use 4 to 5 players that are young players in the squad.
Yeah.
So I'll assume he'll play tomorrow.
Steven, do you remember when Chelsea was going in for Diego Moreira? There was so many reports that he's got some kind of a stinky attitude behind the scenes.
I remember because I spoke to my mate, and my mate said, like, my mate's a Benfica fan, so I said to him, what do you know about him and whatnot? And he said essentially that I think they got him from Sporting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And my mate said anyone that comes from Lisbon has a bad attitude, Ronaldo included. That's what my mate said. He's Portuguese and a Benfica and Chelsea fan. So I asked him what he knew.
You know what? I disagree. I disagree with that. I haven't been around the player for that long, but during the preseason, I used to watch Chelsea training. I mean, the warm up and all that kind of stuff before a day before the game. And you know, I've been around him. I've got close to him. I'll say I stood by him for 20 minutes. And you know what? His English is not that fluent, but then he speaks English that I could understand. And from what he said to me is, you know, it says England is tough game, tough league, but I'll make it. And I said, look, from what we've seen already, it looks like there's a good player in him. But I expect you to play very hard, and you can make it. His attitude and what I've seen training, how he stands and how he listens to. Anytime Pochettino called him, he's got his hands behind him, and that alone should tell you that it has to do with Sporting Lisbon as a football club, but not the individual players. You get what I mean?
The thing was that he then went to Benfica. That's where we got him on a free from. That's why I asked my mate, because he's Benfica, Chelsea fan, and Portuguese. So I was like, he might be able to give me something. So when I asked him, he said people like from Lisbon tend to have this sort of attitude thing. But given it was so widely reported and stuff like that as well, do you think maybe he's come in and just sort of had conversations and sort of been, I don't know, maybe humbled's not the right word, but sort of he's had a reality check maybe?
I think he feel like he's got into a bigger club, way bigger than Sporting Lisbon, where they grab attention, they grab the headlines in world football. So he has to put up his best behavior. From what I've seen so far from Diego Moreira, he is a good talent. He's very humble and he knows where he is at this moment, that nobody give a damn about him, that he can be replaced any time. And he's got an equal level of talent in our academy football club. Our Chelsea Football Club in the academy, that he can be replaced if he doesn't put up a good behavior. We've seen what's his name? This young Belgium, very small Belgium player who did not live up to expectation. He has so much talent in him. He was being loaned to the Spanish league, and then he came back. Charlie Musonda.
Oh, he just had injuries and stuff. That's all that was.
Yeah, so much injury with Charlie Musonda. Very, very good player. Very skillful.
I think he's back at the moment, isn't he? Or did we release him in the end?
I think we've released him, Stephen. I think he's...
Because I know he was back at one point this summer, right?
Yeah, he was. And I think the club have actually now released him, isn't he? I thought he actually went back to Belgium, didn't he? Is he not playing this football again in Belgium?
I can't remember.
I'm sure he's
honestly.
going to Belgium.
There's been so many deals and stuff. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
All right. So we have some few comments over here. Metal Face Doom said, thank goodness don't want any more Guna in our squad.
Gooners.
I mean, the Gooners that have come, have proven they've helped the team win trophy. You know, Ashley Cole and also Olivier Giroud. Ashley Cole won Champions League, Giroud won Europa League. So yeah, we have when we get the
and he won it against Arsenal as well.
Yeah, and the one against Arsenal. So when we get the Gooners, they come and then they win trophy. You get what I'm saying? Because we changed our mentality. We changed our mentality of winning trophies, winning mentality, and that's what we're building on. But from what he said, that will happen again. Gusto, Malo, Gusto, Disasi coming from our brother Musto. Meta Face just said, Gusto can play center back row. I doubt. I'm
never
not so
known
sure.
him. I don't think
Never.
he's. I could be wrong, but I don't
No.
think he has played it.
Look, this guy got a little bit of problem. I don't think he can play in that center back
Yeah.
role. I think where he is, it's okay. And the height, he probably going to have a height advantage. He's not that tall. He's not that tall.
No, right backs
Yeah.
don't. Fullbacks rather don't tend to be, but you get the odd one that is.
Ivanovic, he was, wasn't he?
Oh, he was
See,
ridiculous.
Ivanovic
Then
don't have that
again,
height.
It's one of those
DJ,
things.
he doesn't
feel
have
like
the height.
Europeans,
But
what a
Icelandics,
player,
and all
what a
them.
player,
Like,
mate.
yeah, Ivanovic
What
don't
a
have
player.
the height, but it has advantage. The strength advantage, the ground master. We call it the ground master. He has the physique that I have
what a
never
player,
seen in
mate.
this world before. Ivanovic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Monster said, guys. Yes, Monster, what's up? The Blue Club show 100% said that we want the good Guna. LOL. Absolutely. I was trying to get you in, but you hop up for a second. Stefano said, if up Blues, I love this club so much. Chelsea, please, Chelsea, don't break my heart. They won't. I'll try. I'll make sure they won't break your heart. See if you can get on the Facebook, so all the time I can have you on the platform. And very soon I will be having some new mods on the channel. I will be taking some of the old ones that don't appear on the channel anymore, and I'll make some new mods. And then, so in the next few weeks, we'll be looking into that. So DJ, we've covered a lot today.
Yeah.
What else have we talked about?
I think we spoke about everything because we opened up with the Smith Rowe thing because that stuff came out 5 minutes before we went live. We did Lukaku.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else we did because I had to keep hopping in and out.
Well, okay, there are other rumors also that Chelsea are also interested in Ferran Torres and Raphinha. DJ and Steven, have you guys? What's your take on that rumors, DJ?
Yeah, Ferran Torres. Listen, I think when he came to listen, he was good before. I mean, look, he was good when Manchester City first got him. They signed him. I can't remember the club they signed him from again. People maybe might be able to remind me when they first signed him, Ferran Torres. And I thought he was an excellent player when he first came to Man City. He started off his career pretty well, but obviously he was homesick. He wanted to get back to Spain as soon as possible, so obviously made the move. In terms of him coming to Chelsea, like, I think out of the two players, I probably would just about say Raphinha. And only because Raphinha, I think, had
Barcelona is where he went. No, did he get?
They got him from. I can't remember. They signed him.
He went to Barcelona.
Yeah, but Man City signed from another Spanish club, didn't they? I'm just trying to think.
I'm trying to find it now.
I cannot remember. Is it
I
Valencia?
I think it's Valencia. By the looks of that,
Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look,
he came through Valencia's youth, then Man City bought him, and then sold him to Barca.
Yeah. I mean, look, I probably would say out of the two players, if they are linked, I probably would say Raphinha. And I know a lot of the Chelsea fans are saying, well, boo, why we want to go for him. I think people got to understand about the Raphinha story. Deco was his agent. Now, Deco wanted to try, I think he was trying to do a deal with both Chelsea and Barcelona, right? But his heart was, he wanted to get the move to the club that he loved. His heart was always to go and play for Barcelona. You can't blame a player for wanting to go and play for a club they've dreamt from when they were a kid. So he got his move to Barcelona over, and I think had it not been in Barcelona, I think he would have probably come to Chelsea. Had it not been Barcelona knocking at the door for him. So this is why I'm not knocking him and giving him a bit of a pass in that way.
He never rejected us either, did he?
He didn't.
No,
he did not reject us. That's the thing. And I think
he just stalled it.
Yeah,
he just stalled it.
Barcelona. Yeah, and I think if Chelsea were to make a move for him now, guys, I think he will come now, especially if Barcelona are looking to sell. Now, there's all this talk they want to bring in Felix, right? The only way they're going to be able to bring in Felix is if they get rid of some players and get them off their books because of the wages. Yeah, that's the only way this Felix deal is going to happen. So in that kind of like way, if one of those two are to go for, I'll take Raphinha over Torres any day. I think you come and do well for us. And obviously you've got Thiago Silva there already. You've got David Washington there already as well. So we've got we've got players that you can fit in. So in that kind of like way, I think it'd be a good signing for us. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure. I got nothing against him. I'm not sure if I would want us to sign him. I feel like we could maybe invest somewhere else or on someone else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I also don't trust Barcelona because of we know them and their money issues. Not to go, we want silly money. Here you go. And for
Yeah.
that, I'm like, well, we could probably get someone for about that price that can have a impact, whether it be, I don't know. Say we did go for Edwards. Say that report is true.
Yeah.
I think, okay, I've not seen much of him since he's gone to Portugal. Okay, you see the bits in Europe, whatnot. I don't think I mind him,
Yeah.
but I feel like we got a lot of options. I think what we've done is we've put out multiple options like Smith Rowe. Okay, that one actually happened with an offer, whatnot. Like Raphinha, Ferran Torres. I think we're putting all these names out so that there's no one specific name in the media where people can go, okay, they're going for him. And then
Yeah.
all chaos breaks. Because if we put out loads of names, the one we do move for, we can go, well, look, we can go for him. Like, we don't have to pay what you want when we can get a better deal for this player. So bring your price down.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll add some good bonuses and you might get what you want. Like, negotiation-wise, it has strengthened us as well.
Yeah. True. So just one
And plus,
bit of
we
news
know
for you
we like
guys.
moving in silence when we need to. Because look at Jackson, right? It was
Yeah.
Chelsea interested in Nicholas Jackson. About what, 3, 4, 5 days later, whatever. Chelsea strike deal for Nicholas Jackson. Out of nowhere. It does feel very stealth mode, which I like, because that means people can't come for our targets, like what happened with PSG and Nagate, for example, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It also, I think it makes it more exciting as well, because you haven't heard about it, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, deal struck. I think it makes it much better, because otherwise it's like, oh, still talks. Key day tomorrow. Key day the next day. Key day the next day. You get where I'm going with this. Every day's key days until it's done. Like, it's just irritating. Unless there was something new, like, oh, they've now offered this or whatever. Like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Not just key days ahead every day for about a week. Or 2 months.
Thank you very much, Estefanos. He said, I wish to watch my club live someday. That would be wow. Your wishes will come to true one day. I hope that one day maybe Chelsea will travel to maybe South Africa, which is one of the places that when they travel to Africa, they used to go. South Africa, maybe some other African country, so Africans can also travel and then and watch Chelsea play live. I'm very, very fortunate to be here and watch the team play during preseasons. I'm very, very fortunate to have that opportunity. So I thank God for that. I'm very, very grateful for that chance. And also, Metal Face Dude says release clauses are much easier than normal negotiations fee. Don't forget.
Look at the Elise one. Like, some release clauses, you have to get the player to activate, which I believe is exactly what the Elise one was, right? Was that it had to be triggered by the player. So I think that's what all the talk was around Enzo as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was talk around that as well.
Okay. That's me, DJ.
Oh, is that you? You on twice? Oh, yeah, isn't it? You on twice?
Yeah, that's me. I got 2 of these cameras over here where I'm still, sitting around with my green screen decoration. Cool. Yeah, you can add as many cameras so you can help over here.
Just has about 20 cameras from like moving a millimeter every time.
Just some quick news for you guys. I'm a bit disappointed about this news. In fact, it's just actually come. David Washington will not be available for tomorrow's game against AFC Wimbledon. So he's not even in the squad for tomorrow's match, which I'm a bit disappointed about.
I wonder if he's like Petrovic, where maybe he's not got a work permit yet. Maybe
that could be the case. Maybe. Maybe
because
or are they gonna-
Petrovic
or are they
hasn't
gonna-
got his yet, and they don't even know if he'll be able to make the bench. Because I think so long as Petrovic gets his work permit, I think he's going to be on the bench because he's already like a registered player. It's just a case of waiting for a work permit.
Do you know what, guys? I'm looking forward to that guy playing. He looks the businessman.
Who?
I don't know if you got Petrovic.
Petrovic.
Petrovic. Yeah,
His
I was
penal-
told.
have you
I was told he. Go ahead, DJ.
his penalties, his penalty saves. He's from what I'm seeing of him, the highlights I've seen of him, what he's very good on penalties. He's very commanding in his box. His ball to feet I thought was actually bad, but actually when I watched him, his ball to feet is good. And you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me very much of a player like who like Anano when he kicks his passes across to set up someone to go and score a goal. He's very much like that with his passing. From what I've seen of him,
I would expect
Of the
assists from
highlights?
him then.
he looks the business, and he's 6'4", 6'5".
About that, yeah. I think when I
Wow.
worked it out, after we sign him, everyone that we either will have in our first team squad for the season or was in our squad for pre-season, all the goalkeepers except I think Kepa were like 6'3" or above, and that's
Yeah.
like 5 keepers, and then
Wow.
Kepa's like 6'1".
6'1".
Like you can see, like they've like they go like you go off like Bergstrom, who's about 6'6" himself.
Yeah.
Slanina's about 6'4" or something like that. Like, okay, Bergstrom came from the academy, but Eddie Beach they got last summer, I believe it was. Slanina we got last year as well. So obviously they've gone, well, we can see like both statistically and whatnot, the height is clearly an issue for Kepa. We don't want short keepers.
100%.
Like you get the tall keepers. The only issue is with a tall keeper, they need to be super quick with their reactions.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going tomorrow. I haven't got
not
tickets
me.
for it. It's a cup game.
Yeah, me too.
Is it a away
I'm
game,
up for that
Stephen?
one.
No, it's at home, but I don't.
Home,
But it's a cup
Stamford
game, and I
Bridge.
don't have the tickets. But I'm going on
yeah.
Saturday, 3:00 kickoff. First Forest at home. I'm going to that.
That's we're playing at home on that day as well, aren't we?
I thought you were going on the
Yeah,
game, so
Saturday.
I put it.
No, I'm
on.
not
All
going
right.
tomorrow. I'm going Saturday.
My bad. Metal face. Sorry, I thought Stephen was going to the home game, so that's why I sent that to you. So my bad. Sorry for that. Olise was difficult because we wouldn't loan him our youngest. I believe it was Louis Hall.
We
I
were
don't think
going
so.
to, and then we were going to loan
with
Lewis
Lewis
Hall. It
Hall.
was basically agreed, but then I think
withdrawal.
everything started getting complicated with the Elise thing, and that's why we pulled it. But now we've ended up sending him on loan with an obligation. So,
I mean, to a club that he used to be a fan
Support.
of. Yeah, he should support.
Yeah,
That's
but
the truth.
then you look at our situation now. How much better would our situation have been if we didn't loan him out?
Mm-hmm.
We could then, as much as I love Martin, we could have then afforded to have Martin go on loan to Burnley in the Premier League, see how he does there. Could have loaned Cucurella to United. Granted, hindsight, we didn't know all this was going to happen. And then we could have had Hall as the cover, even though he wants to play centre mid predominantly. Say, look, for one season, you play as the backup.
Yeah.
And then we evaluate it. Maybe you go on loan to play centre mid next summer or something like that. But instead, we've sent him on loan with an obligation. So, I don't know. That one still hurts, but at the same time, we've done a lot of very good business. So, what I found was really irritating to me was that people are going, "Oh, it's terrible," because we've done all this good business and this ruins it. No, that's not the case. We've done great business, yes, but you can still be annoyed about Hall without saying it ruins the other business we've done. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, we didn't want him to go, but you can't deny it. Look at this, right? Malang Sarr potentially goes in the last few days of this window, yeah? Hudson-Odoi looks likely to go to Forest. Lukaku's going on loan to Roma, and his wages have been cut, and there's a release clause in there now. He's off our books for a year on top of all that. You've got... Who else? Havertz is gone. We've got Jackson for about 30 million, who's from what I've seen statistically speaking on more in-depth stats and just goals and assists, seems a very similar profile to that Rasmus Højlund that United got, and we got him for about half the fee.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's so much good business. Don't let one deal change your perspective on it. We've done a lot of very, very good business. That doesn't change because of we've
Just
done one
one
deal
deal.
that we don't agree with.
That's true. I agree.
Just one
but
thing for you
Stephen,
guys.
Stephen,
Sorry, Nee. David Ornstein has just tweeted something on Cucurella. Just broke now. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Hang on.
It's just come now. Sorry, Nee.
They have bid for
take us through,
Cucurella
DJ.
on
Take us
loan.
through, DJ. All right, go ahead.
Talks on going, offer his initial loan. I'm trying to get the full thing up now, but that's the thing. So, United submitted proposal to sign Cucurella from Chelsea. Chelsea responded, talks are ongoing, offer his initial loan. Clubs discussing various parameters around that. United, like 25-year-old for Ten Hag system, top candidate as things stand. I'm just going to quickly open the article, see if there's more details. That'll take me a couple of seconds. It's not actually written by Ornstein, but
isn't it?
for him to share it. No, it's from. Oh, it's on their live blog. It is from him.
Oh, is it?
Okay, so they submitted the proposal. We've responded and we're in talks with them. The offer is for an initial loan, as I've said, that they're discussing the parameters. The Spain international left back is viewed at Old Trafford as a good fit for Ten Hag's system. At present, he is the top target for the left back role for Manchester United. Luke Shaw suffered a muscle injury set to keep him out for extended period, with alternative option Tyrell Malacia also on the sidelines. That leaves 20-year-old Alvaro Fernandez as United's only recognised player for that position. Cucurella has been an unused substitute in Chelsea's first 3 matches of the new season. Chilwell's ahead of him in the pecking order. Diogo Dalot operated at left back for United's victory over Nottingham Forest on Saturday.
Okay.
So let me bring it up for you tomorrow. Welcome back again, my big brother from Senegal. What do you have for us today, brother? I haven't heard much from you. Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, looks like you're still having a microphone issue. All right, DJ, go ahead. There was a comment coming from Mameda Face over here in regards to this. DJ, do you see this? Before we go back to Cucurella.
There's a blackout.
There's a blackout.
If I'm not mistaken. Thankfully, I'll be at the bridge. Okay. I don't know. Is there going to? I don't know.
See, there's a blackout for the game tomorrow.
I don't know. I'm not going to the game tomorrow, Metal Face.
No, the game's not on TV tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're putting Everton v Doncaster on TV instead.
Yeah.
DJ, let me have your view on this.
Yeah.
You guys spend so much money, and you guys invented this game, but then you don't get to watch the games on Saturdays and also 3 p.m. Saturdays and also 7 days. But we outside the UK get chance to watch every single game that is being played in your country. Does that make sense?
No, bro, because I don't know what Stevens is. My season ticket that I go to watch my team play, I only go for all their home matches. I don't have it for away games. So
I've only got the home one. So you get all the league ones. You got to buy the cup games.
Yeah, basically. I think it's the same with the Champions League ones as well, isn't it?
Correct. You only get the Premier League ones.
And I think on the odd occasion, and Steve will do it, on the odd occasion, they will let you go on your ticket you got. They will let you go and watch a Champions League game. But I think it's on odd occasion you're allowed to go and watch one. Isn't it right, Steve? I don't know if you had that as well. On the odd occasion,
I'm not aware. I don't deal with that. The person I go with deals with all that stuff.
Oh, seen. Okay, yeah. So that's the only reason why I don't watch. As I said, I don't watch I don't go to home and away matches. I just get a chance to go and watch them live at home matches.
Mm-hmm. You mean you don't go to the away ones?
The away ones I don't go to, no, unless my friends got tickets to take me.
You said you got the home one, then you went, I don't go to the home or away ones.
Sorry. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, unless my friends have got away, because I've got a lot of fans that are of Arsenal, United, Liverpool. If they got tickets, they'll tell me to come along with them, so I'll just go with them. if I need to on the other occasion.
All right, so guys, we've hit the 1 hour 30 minutes mark, and we have to hop off. We did discuss a lot of topics today. We talked just the breaking news that came in. Marc Cucurella, Manchester United have submitted what did they do? Submitted a proposal to sign Marc Cucurella from Chelsea. So there's a lot of interest over there, and I know he might be much better to let him go so we can have room for a Matson and Ben Chilwell. This guy needs to play football so we can have this price tag hype up again for him to be sold next season. So it's a good deal.
So if you want to get up, you can. But Carefree Youth on Twitter has just put up a screenshot of our assistant head coach Jesus Perez's Instagram story, and what it was that Perez put up a quote from Bill Walsh: "Champions behave like champions before they are champions. They have a winning standard of performance before they are winners."
So they have this over here: Marc Cucurella versus Malacia. So Marc Cucurella is ahead of him, even though he doesn't play that many age here, and Malacia is 84.5. I mean, you can go
ahead of him, but offensively he's not.
Yeah, because you have a defense here. Yeah, so Marc Cucurella defense better than Malacia. Look at 30.2 defensive duel is 97.4 over here for Marc Cucurella. So what about the offense? Where's the offense?
No, like the cross percentage, for example. Look how far ahead Malacia is.
Yeah, Malacia is down here. Yeah, Cucurella is up here.
Look at the actual graph thing for a second.
Oh, okay, over here.
So progressive carries, Malacia is ahead. Crossing percentage, Malacia is ahead. But defensive actions, duels percentage, stuff like that, Cucurella is ahead.
Okay. So Cucurella doesn't put enough crosses in there, which has been one of the problems we have had already. So thank you very much. I'll say Scala United, DJ Sav, much love to you, Mr. Chelsea. As always, Chelsea perspective of Face Doom. I know he's still watching. Stefanos also from Facebook. Thank you very much for being there and watching the stream from a distance. And also Mosto. Thank you very much. Chelsea perspective, like I said, and also Melissa Ann. Thank you very much. Who else again haven't I seen? Phantom of Many Topic, much love. Scala United, much love. The Blue Club Show. I know you're having problems with your internet or maybe your microphone, but thank you very much for joining us here. Guna, much love, and DJ Salve, forever love to our brother here, who always, when he have time, he will join us here. And also, I cannot say thank you to everyone without skipping my big brother, my co-host, Steven. Steven, thank you. Guys, this is where we end the show on Blueclouds Media. My name is Nizion, your host of the show. See you again, guys. A little Desperandos and hang on to hope. We'll see you again same time tomorrow. Guys, love you all. Peace. Yeah, subscribe, guys, if you're watching, guys. Also, you can share. I think I should have said that when we have numbers, but it don't matter. Maybe someone else will watch the stream, watch the end of the stream, not the beginning. Some people are like that. We got weird people in this world. That could be one of them. So yeah, guys. So see you guys again same time. Bye-bye.
Peace, guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.